What's up, guys? Itchy here. So, today I am going ahead and I am going to bring to you a live hangout. Now, this should be interesting here. I actually haven't done this before just by myself, so I figured I'd just do a little test run here. My usual app isn't working out so well. It's actually not working out at all. It's delayed the audio, and I don't know if it's a problem with the app or if it's something I'm doing, but I don't have time to sit down and figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys some videos just doing this for the meantime, and we'll see how it goes. But as you can see here, I am using the Japanese version right now, and I wanted to see how this goes with the new dungeon. They actually just added in a new dungeon. It is the Stat Imp dungeon. The name escapes me at the moment. It's in the description, and I think it's going to be the name of the video anyway, so you can see it there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and receive the key here. I'm not even sure how many days it's going to take. I wanted to start at this point because I wanted to see what would happen. So I'm going to be experiencing this the first time along with you guys, so you get to kind of see a little sneak peek for what may be in Global someday. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and receive key. And it looks like the next one is available 9/20, so that is technically 1 day away for them, I believe. They are, I think, 7:30 a.m. right now. This is broadcasting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's for me. So, yeah, it looks like you can pick them up daily, which would be pretty crazy, but I'm not sure what the cost is going to be as far as energy, or if you can run them more than once per day or whatever, if it's going to work just like the Metal Parade, we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and use our key. I'm expecting to get a gem from this, so I may burn that gem doing this. I've been saving up gems. Oh, 15 energy, not bad. 3 stages, so it looks like you get 3 stat imps out of this. That's my guess anyway. So, yeah, we're looking at 18 gems I have saved up right now. I'm going to try and get Elsa when her rates are up tomorrow, so that's what I've been saving for. So I'm going to probably only use 1 gem to refill energy if need be. I'm going to be wasting 10 energy here, as you can see, which is a shame because I'm a free player, so I don't want to have to do that. I'm going to assume these things are pretty weak, so I may bring along a non-friend. I'm always looking out for Maxwell leaders to try and pick up and put on my friends list. Unfortunately, none of them want to take me as a friend because they see me with either Demo or one of my other units up, and they're not really that interested. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up just anyone, really. I'm going to have fun. I'll bring Luther with me just because it's fun to watch all the spark, especially with some of my other team. My items there, I just have them in there because they were helping me take up, or minimize item space. I don't want to spend gems on item space, so that's why you can see I have some strange items there. So let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. So we're looking at gods and imps. So I'm wondering how many you can capture per run. It looks like you may end up either catching gods or imps, but either way, this is pretty interesting. So as you know, in the Japanese version, you can't just throw it on auto. You actually have to play through. Unless you've done the stage already, then auto is available to you. So let's see if these things are easy, hard, whatever. I don't think they're necessarily going to hit like trucks if this is supposed to be just a regular. Yeah, okay, so we're seeing ones. That's what I wanted to see. So we can do normal damage to the imps, which is good. We're not dealing with ones like we normally would in other situations, so that's nice. Yeah, kind of interesting there. Let's see. Just to let you guys know, I don't think anyone's really viewing right now, but because it was kind of impromptu. I have the Q&A app open just in case you guys have any questions about what I'm going through here. If there's something you want me to address, then I can always do that as well. So I do have the Q&A app open, so be sure to ask your questions if you have any. And yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the screen at the time. I was just kind of pressing buttons, so I didn't see what I capped. I'll find out at the end. I wasn't really paying attention to see if it was one of the stat imps or if it was the god. But either way, as a free player, I will take either one. Being only 3 stages, I don't really know what to expect there, so that's kind of interesting. Let's see what we run into. Okay, so it looks like we're probably going to get the same setup in each and every stage here, but I'm not completely sure on that, so don't quote me. All right, so let's see some nice spark here between these three. Just the three of them, the spark is real. That's why I love this team composition. It's actually really nice for questing because I can blow through everything and only have to throw down 3 people at a time. When I'm doing new quests, I don't have the auto available to me, so I make sure that I have some pretty high hitters there that can get all their stuff back, and that's what's great about running demo because you get all your BV back, and I only have to deploy 3 people. It's a huge time saver. So as you can see here on the third stage, we're looking at nothing but stat imps, which is kind of nice. So I guess you're guaranteed at least 1 stat imp per run. So at 15 energy, that's not too bad. I'm excited to see how much experience it's going to be. I'm hoping that they improved from the usual the the metal dungeons because obviously 1,000 experience for 15 energy is just ludicrous. So there we have it. There's the first part, and I'm hoping to get a gem back from this so I can use a gem. As you're going to see, one of the drawbacks of being a free player, I do not have the unit space, so I have to use these almost immediately. I'm not quite sure who I want to use them on. I'm probably going to divvy them up. I'm not too crazy about my stat imps, like, oh, I have to have these on guys, and especially since I now have this open, I'm not too worried about that. I did not get a gem from that, though, so that's kind of disappointing. I was really hoping on that gem to be able to improve my, or to refill my energy, but looks like I'm only going to be running this one more time, and then I'll leave it at the screen so that when I have 15 energy again, I can run it one more time. But as for right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. Now, let's see here what I can do with my unit space. Now I need to use these 3 because I will be screwed trying to run anything else until I actually do that. So let's see who I want to use them on. I should probably be beefing up Lily Matta because I am preparing for the Maxwell fight, so I should probably get her up and running. I really want another healer though, and I don't want to put anything into Rochelle unless I absolutely have to. He is maxed out right now, but he does not have SBB. So I'm not really looking forward to putting anything else into him. Davin Shell is always a good pick just because I know I'm going to be using him for a long time, and he's someone who won't steer me wrong. So I may go ahead and just throw it into him, but I forget what he needs here. He's getting closer to being maxed completely, but he's not quite there yet. As you can see, I've been pouring a lot into him for that exact reason, and he is anima, so it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I need a different type. Especially as a free player, there's really no point. So I'm going to go ahead and use these on him. I'm going to remind anybody who's watching right now, like I said, if there's anything that you're interested in seeing, make sure you comment in the Q&A app that is available there so that I can address anything that I may have missed or anything that you're curious about. Just a heads up for you guys, I will not be sharing how to obtain the Japanese version. There is plenty of information online if you do want to figure out how to do that. The whole thing is it's too complicated for me to sit down and help every single person, and I have chosen not to make a video on it only because I feel like there are easier ways to go about it and figure out how to get it. So anyway, let's go ahead and run this one more time, and then like I said, I'll leave it at the screen. As you can see there, Neymar is my only Maxwell friend, and I have him starred because I need him. And then my old account is actually starred on here too, even though I haven't been on there in like 4 or 5 months, and I don't think that I have it on my old device anymore anyway. So I'm not going to bring Maxwell along because there's really no point. Trey's on my friends list. Let's see if he was... he still has a 5-star as lead, so I could just bring him along. Why not? Trey, I'm bringing you along. He's going to be on the podcast tomorrow. Anyone who doesn't know, the NLNP podcast is airing tomorrow. That's Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so I highly suggest you come and see that. Trey from YouTube is going to be on with us, so you will get to hear all of his antics as well as all the regular panels, so that should be a lot of fun. So let's see what we can do here. As I said before, I'm guessing you can still capture these gods. I haven't done it yet. I've got 3 stat imps off the last one, which I'm guessing would be considered a lucky run, because the main objective here is that you want stat imps. But like I said, being a free player, I'm not going to complain if I get a god because I need to be able to level up my units. I'm very limited to what I can do as far as getting all of my units up. So I got to just deal with what I got. But as you could see, if you were looking at my inventory earlier, it was actually looking pretty decent. I actually have a decent amount of units that I'm able to use. So the cool thing about using Demo, especially in situations like this, I can pop 3 people, and I know that I'm going to get my Brave Burst back, and that is because the spark is real. When you have this many high hitters, you're automatically going to get it back off of at least 2 enemies. In some cases, even off of 1. You just need the right team composition to be able to do that. Luther being along with me, as well as Zelha, and the Earth Girl. Her name escapes me right now, but I'm sure it'll come back to me eventually. It's Lilith's sister. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that again. Hopefully that does take everything out. May need a little bit more on that god. I don't think that was quite enough, so I'll go ahead and deploy others as well. Not bad. So it looks like we're getting all stat imps right now, which is nice, and we're going to see if we can confirm that you get a stat imp at the end also. Alright, yeah, so it seems like the last stage is always going to be stat imps, which is awesome. That means you're guaranteed at least one. And hopefully the cap rate on the gods is pretty low. But even if it's not, like I said, I don't mind getting gods just because I need them. But this is huge for paying players because they are going to be able to max out stats on all of their units. That's going to be a gem frenzy, and it's actually a great marketing move. I hope it moves over to global sooner than later, because that would really, really make it so that the paying players would start putting more gems into that, and it's well worth it in my opinion. There's no reason why paying players shouldn't be doing that, because that gives you a huge advantage. This means that you're going to be able to take on future events without any true hassles, but it doesn't necessarily make the game ridiculous, because a lot of players found ways to do that anyway. So I mean, there's plenty of ways to get around a lot of different things in this game. So I don't think this is going to in any way harm it. So anyway, I think that pretty much does it for this. I don't see any questions in the Q&A app, so I'm not going to be answering anything, obviously. But like I said, this was pretty much just impromptu, and I wanted to get this out there as soon as possible. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here as far as this dungeon. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this comes over to global soon, because I have some units I really want to go ahead and max out on stats. But I guess first we need the stat imps themselves. Anyway, yeah, I will probably be doing this from now on with my videos, only because, like I said before, I don't know that I can get my old app to work as far as recording, because I'm sure you've noticed the audio has been out of sync with everything else. And like I said before, also, I'm not sure if that was my fault or if it's something that the app is doing wrong. So anyway, thanks guys for coming along. I hope to see you guys next time. Make sure you guys tune in next time and ask some questions along with me, and we should be enjoying that. Take it easy.